Good morning. This is already many, many days into the war. As you know, I've been doing my part, and everybody in Israel is doing their part. We're all part of the defensive establishment. We have not actually gone on the offensive so far, except with aerial bombardments. And the question is how effective they are. Well, they have an underground city. And unless we use the bombs that America promised us, we probably won't be able to get to it. There is an alternative, however. Alternatively, we can land from the sea, move inland as far as we can go, and establish a perimeter in which there will be entrances to several tunnels. The second stage would be to using the Navy and perhaps the Marine Corps Expeditionary Force would be helpful. We flood the tunnels with seawater. We flood the tunnels with seawater until they're no longer a place of refuge. So, like rats coming out of tunnels, they'll find themselves on the surface where they'll be much easier for us to kill. And what about the captives? Captivity means basically constant rapes, beatings, and intimidation. And if we leave them there too much longer, Stockholm Syndrome is going to be taking over, and they'll start to identify more with their captors than they do with us. That's a terrible thing, but it's a possible scenario. It appears that right now they are releasing 2 or 3 captives at a time out of their 220 captives. So if they release 2 or 3 captives each week, that means that we're stalled for almost 2 years before we can go in. And if we do go in, I think we learned in Vietnam, as you know, I'm a Vietnam veteran and also a 26-year-old veteran of the IDF and an officer in the IDF, combat officer. If we go in, we'll have a terrible situation in the tunnels. We have to get them out of their tunnels so that we can kill them on the surface if possible. And so the scenario I just outlined, flooding them out just like you'd flood out rats is a good possibility. Now, why would that work so well? Because these people that built the tunnels used cement that was provided by the United Nations, supposedly for building houses, to build beautiful, waterproof system of tents and command centers. But they forgot to install waterproof doors between areas and areas. So the second we start flooding it, and I mean flood it with seawater, and it can be done, we flood it with seawater 24/7 until the rats come out of their holes. And when they come out of their holes, we kill them without mercy. In addition to that, you see an entire army of almost 300,000 men sitting and waiting. Hurry up and wait has always been the word in the Marine Corps and also in the U.S. Army, hurry up and wait. The question is, hurry up and wait for what? Without destroying the tunnel system, and if we have to have our commandos and our crack troops go down to the tunnel to root them out, the casualties will be unbelievable, which is why I suggest that we get them out. If we can't get them out with seawater, we can always get them out with poison gas. What about the captives? Well, this is unfortunate, but the captives will have to become collateral damage to any move we make. And I'm sorry, America, if that bothers you, but it didn't bother anybody when we did that in Vietnam. Of course, this is a different era. This is an entirely different era, isn't it? This is an era of wokeism, and this is an era of armchair commanders. I know the Israeli command is capable of getting rid of them if they use the bombs that we have been allotted, and if they bomb them, and they bomb them, and they bomb them, and continuously move the bomb southward until basically all of a majority of the infrastructure of the Hamas is Gaza City and north. That would be the best solution. The refugees will flee. Well, if Egypt won't take the refugees that are fleeing, maybe some of the other countries, you guys that are listening to this, will open your gates to hundreds of thousands of Palestinian refugees. No, you won't do that because you hate them, don't you? Your compassion doesn't go that far. Well, this is the situation as of this morning. I've got another patrol to run, so I am basically going to wish you a wonderful day. And I wish you a wonderful day, much better than the days that we are having here. And may this not fall on you next, because this is a really an idea that if they succeed here, then it's going to be for you for whom the bell tolls.